Community-based drug and alcohol treatment works and costs less. In tough economic times, you do more of what works and less of what doesn't. No longer can the Rockefella drug laws serve as a stimulus package for upstate prison communities on the back of black and brown poor people. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
And our prisons are filled to overflowing with men and women of color. And we know that these arrests are based on race. And we know also that the drug policies of this nation do not work. The Rockefeller drug laws have not deterred the abuse of drugs in our city, in our state, and in our nation. And we've got to drop the rock because these mandatory sentences are too harsh. We have young men and women who are serving long sentences for small amounts of marijuana or crack. And what makes us believe that one psychotropic drug is any better than any other, any worse than any other? If one drug is wrong, all drugs are wrong. And people should not be locked up because they have drug problems, but should be given the kind of therapeutic programs that really help to deter the problems. And we understand that what's going on here is just having black and brown men and women feed the prison system in our state. It's wrong, and the governor has an opportunity to step forward and stand on the ground that he originally took. He must be the one who pushes this forward. So we're calling on Governor Patterson today, first of all, to save the state some money. It costs $600 million a year to keep these men and women incarcerated. That $600 million could be cut way down if we provided the therapeutic treatment. The money could be used for education. It could be used for any number of things, but not incarceration. It's not working, Governor Patterson, and you've got to stand up and take the stand that you took when you were a senator and stop hiding behind the governorship. We need you now more than we've ever needed you before, and we need you especially on behalf of black men and women who are locked up in the penal system in New York State.
New York has a drug problem. But it's not a problem of people using drugs so much as the problem of our drug laws. And we gotta do something about it. We have to fix our drug problem and... We gotta do what?
Drop the rock!
What?
Drop the rock!
You got it.
It was about 5 years ago, I guess, that there were 100,000 of us gathered to point out, to create public awareness and to push our public officials to make a shift. When we came, we were accompanied by Governor Patterson, we were accompanied by Senator Malcolm Smith, we had the now Attorney General Andy Cuomo, and of course we had many young people and many people from the communities who have been affected, ill-affected by these laws. We know that we are poisoning our communities by educating diseased people in criminal behavior. We know that our communities are poisoned and that the laws themselves are unequal. And so we're asking now for a change. It should be simple. Now the Assembly has passed the law, a bill, that is just far enough for us to accept it. But remember that our governor got arrested in support of this shift. And that Malcolm Smith has been a great supporter of our efforts. And so now all we want to do is remind them about the communities that elected them. And let's be careful not to listen too hard to too many people, but to follow our own truth. We want our governor, we want our state senator to go to work to execute on what he's promoted for years and years. And so we're only asking now that they give us the relief that they fought so hard for.
My name is Caitlin Dunkley. I'm the coordinator of the statewide Drop the Rock campaign. I'm here to introduce somebody who has been directly affected by the Rockefeller drug laws, but I want to first talk about a story. There was a 19-year-old girl. Her name is Tanisha. She was caught up in a drug sweep. For her first time offense, she got 5 years.
Yeah, that was me too.
The woman that I want to bring up right now is her mother. I want to welcome Tanda Brooke to the stage. She is a peer at Exponent. Lawrence, an advocate, a member of Drop the Rock, and a true hero in this cause. Please join me in welcoming Tanda Brooke to the stage.
Behind 2 children. One is 3 and one is now 2. So that tells you her oldest was 1 year old and her youngest wasn't even 2 months old. I need you, Governor Patterson, to please pass this law. Not only am I being affected as her mother, but her children is being affected without having their mother. I need you to stand up for a law that you once stood out here for one time or another. Please, you're not only doing it for me, but you're doing it for all the other people who are out there in prison for a law that should not be here. So once again, Governor Patterson, this is directed straight to you from Ms. Tanda Brooke. I need you to pass this law for me and my daughter Tanisha and for Samaya and Simone. I am also a proud client of Arrived Exponents. Thank you very much.
Steve and myself represent drug treatment. We're the people who deal with the fallout from these terrible, terrible drug laws. But I want to acknowledge those of you that are here today to bring justice, humanity, and compassion back into the system so that we can help people with drug problems, not just punish them. But this advocacy, this movement started many, many years ago. And the people who first came out to say we got to change the drug laws were those of us who were affected by the drug laws, those of us who did time, those of us who have been addicted, those of us who got compromised immune systems. We started this movement, and we are on the verge of victory today. And I want my friend Seep to talk about what he's seen all these years working in prisons, providing drug treatment to people. Seep?
Thank you, Howie. Our message today to Governor Patterson on behalf of drug treatment programs is we stand ready. We stand ready to treat drug addiction as a public health issue, not a criminal justice issue. Drug treatment programs stand ready with open arms to treat our brothers and sisters with drug addiction as they should be treated, humanely, justly, with compassion, with concern. We stand ready. We have a message for the governor. Drug treatment programs are ready. We have seen wasted lives in prison. Those wasted lives belong in effective community-based drug treatment. So, Governor, we are ready. Are you?
Addiction problems should be treated medically, not with incarceration.
And you receive a call that one of your sons has been arrested for allegedly selling drugs. An undercover officer testified at trial that your son sold him 3 vials of crack. I repeat, 3 vials of crack. It was a case of mistaken identification. There was no other evidence, only a police officer's word. Your son, Governor Patterson, was convicted. Under the current Rockefella drug law, he received a 9-year sentence. 9 years for 3 vials of crack. The judge had no discretion in this case. So he sentenced your son to 9 years for those 3 vials of crack. And the laws, the Rockefella laws, target people of color in the communities that you represent.
Right.
Low-income black and Hispanic residents. The will of the people elected the president to sit in the White House, a person of color. Right now, the will of the people, Governor Patterson, wants you to enact a law that represents fair and just people here in the city. Do not uphold a law that is outdated and racially motivated.
Right.
After all, Governor Patterson, it could be your child or your family member next, like it was mine.
Amen. Right.
Thank you.
All these folks